the weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Let's go.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before big.
A gain of 15. First down, Los Angeles.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Herbert now. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now with a deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that will keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They started on the ground with Eckler. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Touchdown! Drake London, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 28-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, Herbert. Buying time to his left. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Ready. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Into the hands of London. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll set up a throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Robinson will try to pick it up. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. The Falcons at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week. Off to a really, really hot start.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here we go.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 2nd and 11. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
First down, and they stick with Eckler to about the 35, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going deep here for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. 1:50 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Hurry!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. And now here's another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
They find some open field here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll run with Robinson, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Play action. It's Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st down. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. 1 receiver left, that's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, He had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
A give left side to Robinson, and he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll look to throw. This is intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Ready?
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half of the adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in this.
Boys make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in the payment. Told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up. I cannot quit it. I need it. I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting. I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am the force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up.
It's alright, man. Cool. I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king.